It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
What more do you need to hear it, black people? The time to wake up is now. The truth has always been here. I know you like using the word woke, hotep, as a bad thing. The word hotep is not even a bad thing if you look up Egyptian history. Let's talk about you.
Hoteps, oh, they the worst.
Let's talk about
they say the shit so nice to you, hypothetically, respectfully. If you slept with me genetically. You gotta stop them like, you gotta treat them like the DMV, like show me a bill, a utility with your name on it. I don't believe you pay rent. Hoteps be like, rent is the white man's way of knowing where you at once a month.
They tell us all the time. Listen to Kamala Harris. What did she say? I'm not doing anything just for black people. Come on. I mean, with the most indignant look anybody can have.
Would you really be clear about that? So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people? No.
Not giving you anything. You think she tell Asians that? Huh? Black people? You think she's telling any other, the Jewish community, if they came and she sat down in a Jewish church, she would tell the rabbi, you know what? I can't do anything just for the Jewish community. She wouldn't dare say it. She wouldn't dare say it. They like to pretend that you don't have power, black folks. We spend billions of dollars in their stores, make them rich in their restaurants. We have been the biggest commodity since we stepped foot in this country. They have never not made money off of us. When are you gonna make money off of you? Look at the history. Look at slavery. Look how many people got wealth. Look at the insurance policies and the companies that were able to be started of insuring black bodies. Ask yourself this, black folks. What do you think happened to a slave once he aged out? He couldn't pick cotton anymore. You think they just took care of him? Have you ever thought about that? They used to take him back in the forest and shoot him. Did you know that? Do you care? No, you don't care. You like to pretend like racism doesn't exist, like Candace Owens. You want to pretend like it doesn't exist. Everything in that original clip that was played, they give you the truth in your face. You just choose to ignore it. You think you know more than every other black person. You don't think there have been black people who said, let's just go along and get along. Let's just integrate. Even MLK, before he died, what did he say? He led us into a burning house. That was his biggest regret before they killed him. You know, he played the same game as Candace Owens. He played the same game as Justice Supreme Court Clarence Thomas. He played the game. You think you guys are so original, you figured out something? Candace Owens, Stacey Dash, they haven't figured out anything. There has always been a black person who says, you know what? Let me just sell out. Let me just compromise, integrate, just be a part of the system in the capacity they want me to be. But they never own anything. They never really truly own or fight back against it. If you truly are this person who think you knows better than anybody, then why don't you compete with white folks? Why don't you compete, right? Why is it always a submissive position that they play? Why must they bend over? Why not just say, I can show you, I can compete with you? Why is the response to them is to integrate, marry whites, and just forego their blackness? Why trying to tell black people who are actually proud of being black that we should just, they know more than us? What do we know? We know who you are. You aren't unique. You're a Sambo. You're a fucking Uncle Tom. And just to get this correct, Uncle Tom was actually the hero for those who don't understand. Uncle Tom was a real person in Canada who escaped to Canada, and he helped other runaway slaves who went to Canada, housed them and different things. So
Sire Henson, aka Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was born June 15, 1789 in Charles County, Maryland. He was separated from his parents when he was a kid after his father got disciplined for standing up to a slave owner.
Where the term comes from, and just basically the book is a white lady basically writing about slavery from what was told to her by slaves, right? So she's like basically an abolitionist from the North. She wrote a book. The book was like literally one of the highest selling books of all time during her time period where she lived. And in the book, the sellout actually name was Sambo in the book. Uncle Tom was the one who was trying to help the slaves and not make sure they didn't get in trouble, So it's actually injustice that all these years we still use his name in the same breath as a sellout. He's not. Now, do I think every black person who doesn't want to be black adjacent is a sellout? No. Like someone like Alfonso Ribeiro, is he really doing anything to harm the black community? I have no problem with people like him who just prefer to date non-blacks. Hey, they chose to check out the black community, let them check out. What I have a problem with is types like Candace Owens who checked out, but she want to only comment on black folks. Comment on somebody else. Do you have any other opinions on any other group or just anybody besides black folks? Why are we the topic of the day with you people, right? I want these people just to understand that we understand what's going on. We just choose to not to be sellouts. We choose to insulate ourselves in our community. And even if we never figure it out, it's nothing worse than a traitor and a coward, because that's the role you take, is of a coward. You can say whatever you want, but that's the role you play. Stephen A. Smith, another one. I can just post evidence after evidence of these sellouts. The dude said he wakes up every day to make his boss money and try to figure out
every day with two missions in mind. How do I make my bosses more money, and how do I get some of it?
Figure out how you can become the boss and make it to where somebody has to come to you to figure out how to get money. Why in the hell are you so comfortable with waking up every day thinking about how to make another man money and hope he give you a bone off the table? Tell me that's not what a house slave was. A house slave would sell you out just because he got to sleep in a nicer house and he got a bigger piece of chicken at the end of the day than you. They think that's enough to be a sellout. But should you think that's enough? I can keep posting evidence, but are you gonna wake up, black folk? Never let these people trick you out your spot. Never let them turn the word hotep or say you being woke. Just think about that. Think about the psychology of them dissing you for so-called being woke. They basically telling you it's something wrong with you for having racial pride. Name any other group. They talk to you as if these other groups don't have this type of pride. You think white men don't have pride about being white, or a Mexican man, or an Indian man? Why are they telling you that you're somehow stupid for being a sellout? Look at Shannon Sharp. The dude literally got mad at Dr. Umar just because Umar is against interracial dating. Isn't that what's wrong with that? Can he have his preference also? Why is Shannon Sharp was angry in the way that he actually wanted, it seemed like, do violence? He said he will quit if they brought Dr. Umar on. But let me tell y'all something about Shannon Sharp. Skip and Shannon talk about racial issues a lot. You know what's Shannon's stance when a white person says something or does something racist? He damn near cries. No anger. You hear me? You see the difference? You see the dichotomy of this? He would get on the show and cry, damn near scream. He won't have that anger as if he want to fight like he did with Dr. Umar. That tells you how much of a coward these people truly are. Look at, what's the guy's name from White Chicks? The dude who played Julius on that Chris Rock TV show. I can't think of his name, but you know who I'm talking about. He was an ex-football player. Look how they look. Big, strong, masculine. Most black women would tell you they want a black guy with this aesthetic. But they are some of the weakest. That dude let a white guy touch him on his ass in front of his wife. Just because
my name is Terry Crews. I am an actor, author, former athlete, advocate, and a survivor of a sexual assault. I was sexually assaulted by a successful Hollywood agent. The assault lasted only minutes, but what he was effectively telling me while he held my genitals in his hand was that he held the power.
Right then and there. Why did you wait until the Me Too movie start and then want to say something about it? You know what he did? He got mad at us. He had all that masculine energy for us. It's the same energy that a lot of these black kids have in the black communities of Chicago, Compton, Detroit, pick any place. We'll kill each other in a second over disagreement. But any other group, we want to sign peace treaties. We want to talk it out. We want to be the bigger man. Why don't you have that type of love for your own people? Why can't you be the bigger man with your own people, black folks? It's time to wake up, rise. We ain't woke enough. That's how I look at it. You talking about woke and using it as a diss, you aren't woke enough. Wake up. Take your pride. Don't be ashamed of it. This your boy 90s Man. I'm out.